Hello everyone, this is still Mojo from Kazna and these are late night videos done by us for Cursor TV. Today we're gonna feature a Centurion Action X tank of tier 10 British line played by Freek from Red B. It's one of the clans from the Red community. Now what's important to know about this tank was replaced. It replaced FV4202 in 9.12 patch. It was like unsuccessful experiment that had some hash ammo and it didn't work out that well. It was too slow, nothing special about it. This tank is buffed in practically every aspect. It goes about 53 kilometers per hour. It has really nice gun depression of -10 and penetration of base gun of 268 and heat ammo 330 with 390 alpha. And gun accuracy, dispersion 0.32 with 2.1 aim time. So compared to the old tank, it has a better gun, better mobility, better cooldown, better everything. I think even better armor as far as I saw it. We can see some buffed up stats here if you add up rations and shooting gear compared to the normal. You can see even the boost dispersion goes to 0.29, aim time to 1.9. That makes it really uber accurate and nice reload. It goes 8.6 shells then per minute. So you can see the DPM here. And what is important for us is armor. When you are in cooldown, you have this nice area here that can actually bounce some shells. But of course it has bad sides, because of this top plate can be penned practically by anything and it's a huge weak spot for it. But if you are in an upper position and you are positioned like this is mainly what other people see and this is what you should show them. Now Freek played it tundra and this is the map. He played it from side north, and what I wanted to show here is few things you can do here with medium. Usually 90% of the people just go here and then you can snipe, spot, do whatever. There are alternatives what you can do with lights and mediums. You can go and do something like this, and from here you can shoot and spot like this. Or you can just drive your tank here and play a cooldown, or you can go like this and spot from the center who is crossing and shoot them. Now Freek got all this by knowing what he was doing, so we are going to check that out right now. Now what is important for us here to know about Centurion? Beside the great gun depression, it has really paper-like armor on sides, and sometimes when I play it I have a feeling like it's carrying ammo rack around I don't know, like a wrist, like a band around the forehead. Wherever you shoot it through the tracks and whatever, you will get your ammo rack destroyed and you will have a hefty reload. So you have to take care of that. This game is pretty nice. It has no RT, and we said it like important component for games where you have an ace tanker are such. And from 9.14 patch, honestly, beside great physics, the biggest improvement I can see is this yellow line on minimap you can see, because it gives you a range. How can you shoot, how far can you shoot on other people's spots, and that's very nice. And there you go, first shot he received from TVP is Amorek, but he paid it with his head, so that's a frag number 1 for Mr. Freek. And he went for the good oldie way to shoot from this side of the map for classic medium cooldown control, which is totally okay, especially in a game with no RT, because there is only TDs that can dig him out if he is careless. But if he plays the cooldown well, he can do quite a lot. And we can see by their team they only had one TVP who didn't press tab and didn't watch who is following him, and he went alone and died like bot. You shouldn't do that. Never blame others if they're not coming on your side. Just watch what are people doing and do it. And this is the accuracy of this gun we're talking about. Really nice shooting, 400 plus meters, all accurate shots wherever you go. Look at this 500 plus snapshot on a Leopard. Thank God it doesn't have armor, so it can work out pretty nice. And we can see something like a rule being broken by the other team. Like, it's very nice, you can go with mediums of that two line from that side, but you kind of need to stay protected behind the building so you don't get punished like this. And other side is pretty much stomped by enemy team, because as much a Freek's team is overpowering here, his teammates are overpowered on other side because they didn't press tab, obviously. And the lucky fact for him is because they are giving him spot all on other part of the map, so he can just use his cooldown and -10 gun depression we were talking about and shoot. Now the only tank that has such huge gun depression is STB, but STB does not have a good armor on turret, and it doesn't have that great of a gun when you're counting accuracy. But the good side of STB is that although that armor is not great, it's so sloped that you can really bounce a lot, even better than in Centurion. So this is like something where you pick about silhouette, which STB has better, and a better gun that this one has. So I would say in random Centurion is really fun, but for Clan Wars I would pick STB any day of the week. But back to the business at hand, we can see Freek is using terrain at his advantage and accuracy of the gun, because he is doing the snapshots like a boss left and right, and everyone is paying the price. This 57 doesn't even have time to aim him, and he even goes out, shoots, and goes back before anything can hurt him. Like, look at this, come on, this is 560 meters, guys. Well, that didn't connect, unfortunately. Maybe the guy on 560 on the other side. Ah, come on, 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 you can do it. There you go. 550 meters, normal ammo, no problem. We can do this. But the game is pretty stale. It's more like sniping and checking out the tank's perimeters and how much you can do from these positions. Thankfully for him, they're not really closely watching it, and those that are, he's just trolling them around with fast peek and snapshots. But his team is feeding, obviously, all over the place, and they're dying all over the place, and his team is losing, and they're all focused around this hill. And someone managed to bounce the side of his turret. That's kind of lucky. I 7 shot even. Oh my god. A lucky shot. But the game is getting a bit more even, and our Freek has really nice damage so far. Everything goes for him and works for him, and he's just using it. You gotta have the characters in every game like this. They're called like a carry. They're the guys who will pick up all the damage, and everyone else will do most of the hard work. But this is that kind of the tank, guys. This is not a tank you want to go in some front line and die immediately. This is a tank that's called more like support. You will do all the sniping you can, and then you will go and brawl when you must. Otherwise you will just be well, dead figure somewhere on a map. A nice shot in the engine, but he received a 268 shell from another side, and he's on 7 HP with a dead loader. Okay. Oh, these new sounds, mate. Like this bandage side, when someone is healed from the crew. To me it sounds like I don't know, he stomped on a cockroach or something. But never mind, that's just my opinion. Okay, 7 health. He wants to do more damage, so he's skipping to skill ammo. Sorry, it's a bit late, so my tongue is kind of stuck. And there is a lot of one-shot guys below him, and he will use every possibility, because they're entering the crossfire, to wait for a proper moment and just finish them off, and this is always the best. Now, you never should be greedy, you just shoot what you can from these situations, and this is really nice. And their numbers are dropping. Now, I was really worried when I was watching the demo here that he will just fall down here. Most of the tanks, guys, most of the tanks in such situations would just slide down. I had a happening like on the first day of the patch with the 113. I tried to lean on Himmelsdorf down to shoot on some guy, and my tank just went down like a Titanic. So yeah, I guess you have to explore on every map what are the possibilities now, so you would actually know how to handle the new physics and in which tanks it will react how, because of your engine strength, of course. So here you go. He's probably waiting now. Yes, Mr. 100% object 140, you should pick and then I will go shoot. But if I7 turns his turret, I can do it myself! Oh. Heat already loaded. I think it's like about 4.8k per shell when he shoots like this. But with 7 HP, you don't care. You just wanna win. And do more damage. But there we go. He switched to APCR because, yeah, for Waffen, he would actually do best with shooting HE because that way he can do around 500. And there we go. Yes! Use the opportunity to stab anyone in the back every time you can. Every time you can. Free damage is always welcome. My god, this is like a Uber snipe fest. Oh, what a low roll. His average is 390. Like, this is disgusting when you see something like this in a game. And that elusive Waffen that he's been trying to shoot for the last 2 minutes. And look at this, thank god, new physics. You can do all the kind of nasty stuff and you can move around much better, but you gotta be careful not to trip somewhere because you're gonna end up like some kind of a bug. And most of the people actually don't want to help. And here we go, the game is coming to the end. Freek has 5 kills, god knows how much damage. And it will be a bit more damage. No! He actually shot a gun instead of getting a top gun. He got a shell in his forehead because he hit the gun. Well, that was the demo and we're gonna check out the stats after the game. And here we are back on stats of the after game. We can see all these charity medals. I really don't want to waste time on them, like bruiser, duelist, fighter, fire for effect, blah 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 blah. We can see he got almost 2k experience with premium and 100k of cash, Confederate and high caliber. This is what actually interests me. And by experience we can see he's top in his team with almost 8.3k damage, 5 kills. And once we get ahead of that, 34 fired, and we saw there was a lot of long range shells. 29 connections, 23 pens. For that kind of shooting, that's quite a lot, guys. But like, this is maybe not most chivalry part. He get 2.7k on long range sniping, but actually who cares, guys? Like, he killed 5 guys, and honestly this 8.3k says he almost killed alone all dead people. Not much help there, and even some 1200 of block damage. And we were saying about how can you use your turret. And after the game he had 1400 of loss. That's mainly due shooting to the heat. And as far as I saw, in most of these shells he didn't always pen, because in that crucial moments when he had 7 HP he was in a bit drama llama moments. Will he get shot? And he didn't like really bother will he earn money or not. And honestly, who cares about that? Everything important is in win. But what I wanted to show you here, all guys, this is like how Centurion actually works as a tank. And this is all you need to know. So this is not a brawl tank. Don't try to use it as so without any support. If you have it, you can. And when you play alone, this is the best way. And the second part of the game and all sniping part of the game, that's for you. So this is literally how you should play it. Thank you all for watching, and follow us on Cursor TV.